Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. Um, there was something really exciting that happened this morning between my Divine Masculine and me, and I want to share it really bad, and my higher guidance is saying, no, not yet. So I'm bursting at the seams to tell someone about it, and I know that I can't. So therefore, instead, I want to talk to you about how to know when to share things openly or with others about your divine connection. My Divine Masculine and I met 3 years ago, and prior to that, I had been in a catalyst experience for the, I guess about 3 or 4 years before that. So the catalyst experience gave me a lot of practice in how to be in a divine union. It taught me a lot about a lot of different aspects and facets of the connection and of the journey in general. And one thing that I learned, I had learned about discernment through spiritual and religious teachings, but being in my catalyst experience really taught me a lot about personal discernment, about others, about how to be, how to conduct myself, things to say. What timing is a big thing that a lot of twins on the journey kind of don't understand. And so my catalyst experience helped me with all of that. So by the time I met my Divine Masculine, I was really adept in knowing not only what to say and how to say it, but also when to say it. So I think that causes a lot of frustration and impatience on the part of the chaser twin. Not that I like the term runner and chaser, but I'm using that terminology because I know so many people identify with it. So that's what causes a lot of frustration because we know that we're supposed to do something or that something's going to happen. And what we don't recognize is that it's teaching us patience and what I like to call temperance. It tempers the various virtues within us, so that when we actually meet our divine partner or our twin flame and we get into the dynamics with that person, we can maintain the staying power and the endurance and the perseverance and all of that is required for us to be able to maintain that energy consistently and in a balanced and harmonized way. So, with all of that being said, what have you learned along your journey about sharing things in reference to your connection or your journey with your twin? What I have learned in the 3 years since meeting my Divine Masculine is that I don't need to share everything. I don't need to always immediately react or respond to interactions between us or synchronicities or anything like that I recognize between us. And actually, sometimes it's pleasurable to hold it in because it allows the energy and the power of that event to build and to culminate within you. And then when it is time and you're allowed, and your higher guidance gives you permission to express it or share it or react or respond to it, it is like, it's orgasmic, to be honest. It's very pleasurable and very tantric in nature to be able to do that. And so what I've said to people that I've spoken to on a one-on-one basis about this, I've never shared this openly like this, and I wasn't planning to today, but it just is coming out, so I'm gonna allow it. It's almost like my divine masculine and I have been, okay, the dance that people talk about, it's almost like energetic foreplay. It's almost like the nice dinner and going dancing, and even in your home, like putting on a nice slow song and dancing to that, or the hours leading up to intimacy and what each of you engage in, and what flirting and teasing and that kind of thing. It almost feels like that's what my divine masculine and I have been engaged in. And I knew in the beginning when we first met and we were in the initial bubble love that it was so pleasurable and so euphoric that my heart could just literally burst open. And I don't typically share things that he says to me personally, like privately. And I'm not going to start. I'm very good at discerning between what needs to stay between us and what is meant to be shared for the purpose of helping other people on their journey. But this isn't overly personal, and so I think it's okay that I say it. His response to me was in a laughing, joking way, in a lighthearted way, maybe you need to burst. And he was absolutely right. And as time went on, I knew that he didn't mean that provocatively, or at least I don't think he did. He may have. I have no idea. But over time, I've realized that what he meant was energetically, the Kundalini rising and exploding out our crown, and just the particles of that energy just dispersing out all around us. And that has happened for me, but I think there's different levels of it. So not to stray too far off of what I was saying, something that happened today caused that eruption in my heart and soul and even in my mind. And I do want very, very much to share it. And I may share it with people on a one-on-one level that I know that I can, that they will hold it in the strictest of confidence. And I want to also point it out to him because I'm not sure that he's aware. But I definitely know that it's not yet time to do that. So instead, I just wanted to talk to you about discerning, how to say things and what to say and when to say it. So for those of you that are just starting out on the journey who may see this now or, down the road, sometimes in the very beginning, the right timing is very difficult to discern. And so if it feels really powerful, like that it's true and that it's something you're supposed to do, or know that it's something that's going to happen, instead of having a knee-jerk reaction to it, sit on it and meditate on it and reflect on it and call on your higher guidance, whether that is your spirit guides or angels or God or any higher deity, or your higher self. Call on them for guidance and tell them that you want to make sure you do things in the right timing so that nothing could ever mess up your journey permanently, but you can kind of throw it off, and make it warble, and it would take longer to recover and get the two of you back on track. So the better you're able to understand timing and abide by divine timing, the more quickly you're going to come into harmony and union with your divine partner, both in the 5D and in the physical world. So I think that's all I wanted to share about that. I wish all of you the very best along your journeys. Thank you all so very much for following along my journey, and I'm wishing you all a very happy 2022. Take care.